IS 15 has three overarching objectives. One is describe and the existing and emerging technologies that impact the organizations and society today. That's ever-changing from a business aspect, demonstrate an understanding of development and the use of information systems in business. And we're going to also look at solving common business problems using appropriate information technologies and their applications. Could that be Office applications? Yes, it could, but we're going to dive into as many areas as we can. The class syllabus is basically everything that I'm going to do. It talks about points, it makeups, everything. Sometimes you'll ask questions, and I'll put in my email, please refer to syllabus, because basically I've already gone over it, or it's there. We've talked about it in orientation or some other thing. The timeline is a little different. It breaks down. It's in Canvas, so was the syllabus. The timeline breaks down when we're going to cover things that could change, and usually I'll email it out when those times change or something else is added in between there and moved around. This is a practice question. This is not part of the syllabus/orientation quiz that you'll take at the end of the class, but that questions are very similar. So remember, after you're done with this video, you still need to take your syllabus/orientation quiz. Boy, a big area for me. I'm really big in effective communications and making sure my students can get a hold of me. So basically, see there my text. I have a phone number for texting and cell phones, and my email address, or we chat on Remind. If you get into the modules and go into week 1, you'll see that I have the Remind directions. And we can chat in there. There's also the inbox and Canvas are quick ways all to get a hold of me, okay? Now, you'll see as we go on, I'll talk about my limitations on when and where you can get a hold of me. I do have to state, though, I get so many emails and texts, and the way I use Google phone number, and I can't recognize who's sending it, so you do have to help me out a little bit. I would like you to use your first name, last name, and the class that you're in, and if it's an online class or not an online class. So if you look at this slide, I have John Smith, IS 15, online class. Here's my problem, da-da-da. And even if I reply to you, it's just one mass of replies, okay? If you're in Remind and we're chatting, I'd like you to add that as well, because I don't know, I might know that you're John Smith, but I don't know what class you're in. So it'd help if you'd add your class. Also, if you don't hear from me back within 24 hours, just send your text or Remind message again. You got to remember, at the beginning, I kind of check them on Saturdays and Sundays because, you know, I've got a large family and it's kind of crazy and I want to have family time. But as the semester goes, I won't look on Saturdays and Sundays. So usually you'll see here, it's I'll check my messages Monday through Friday. Usually it's 10 to 2, 10 to 4, sometimes even later, Monday through Friday. But after that, you'll get a message. You'll get a Remind message from me to your cell phone saying it's Friday at 5. Basically, that's telling you I'm gone. Okay. So sometimes I might answer you on a weekend, but it's not guaranteed. That's why I've made my due dates Wednesday to Wednesday. So you really got to look at that. This class, technically, the first week is a little longer because I start on a Monday and we go all the way to the first Wednesday of the next week. And then from there, it's Wednesday to Wednesday and everything's due on Wednesday at 11:59. That way, I'm not disappeared from you, or I'm not gone on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then something's due on Monday. You can still have a chance to get a hold of me on either Thursday, Friday, or Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday before it's due that night. Okay? So that's very important that you go over that. You know, you need to know how to get a hold of me. There's many ways to do it. There's text messaging, there's cell phone, there is email address, there's remind.com. I kind of use Remind the most. It's the easiest way to send information back and forth, but we'll see how you do. Make sure you please tell me your class. And Remind, you got to tell me what class you're in. It just makes it hard if you're in the online one or what, and we'll go from there. All right, here's the big part. I've got 5 kids, and some of you have gone to school with them. Some of you maybe go to school. Maybe I've taught you before when you were younger, mom and dad, whatever. I try to give my weekends to my family. Usually you can call my cell phone or text me 10 or use remind.com between 10 and 2 p.m. and I'm right on it. It's just sometimes you might call at like 11 o'clock Monday through Friday or something, and I might be on the phone with somebody else, or I might be in a meeting. I have traditional classes this semester, and I always do have some on campus, so you might want to look those up and see the times, because I won't answer the phone during my classes. Usually Tuesday and Thursday. It does change from semester to semester. Also, even though this is 100% online, come by and visit me in my office hour. I'm a totally different person. I'm actually even funnier face-to-face than I am online. It's hard to make jokes on the phone. The problem is my office is not at the Clovis Community College. It's at the Herndon campus, and in the syllabus there's a link to it. It's on Peach and Herndon. I don't teach there, but I have my office there in room 109. Come visit me, hang out. Last semester I had a student visit me every day during his in between classes. It's always nice to know that. Down below here, the last little bullet, you'll see make sure that I'm not blocked. Most of my emails will, if you're going to email me, email it to is15@neighborshood.net. That way I can get it. My district email account is brent@neighbors, brent.neighbors@sccd.edu. You can also put brent.neighbors@cloviscollege.edu. All right, we're going to talk about remind.com. This is our second part of communication, but really it's the biggest part. I use remind.com so I can text you information and reminders and all sorts of stuff. And in it, you can also download an app where we can chat back and forth. I'm finding that probably 90% of the students use remind.com to communicate with me, and it's a great way that I can get back to you and we can keep track of what's going on. Please tell me what class you're coming from and your first and last name, because sometimes when you sign up for Remind, you put like the cool one, and I don't know who the cool one is. And in the first week, there's a paper on remind.com that'll tell you how to register for the system. If you just want text, that's fine. If you want the app, that's even better. That's all free. I don't even know your phone number. I just send it out bulk. Some people think I'm sending out individually to them. I'm not. It's a big, huge group text message. I can chat with you individually, but I don't know your phone number, stuff like that. So we need to get in that first, under modules in Canvas, you need to get in that first week and look at that. Also, again, my office is at the Herndon campus. If you click here during this video where it says the link, map to Clovis Community College, the one at Herndon, I'm in room 101. That'll show you how to get there if you don't know how. All right, now one of the most important parts of the class we're going to talk about are 2 pieces of software that we're going to use that has our lab book and our lecture book in it, as well as testing software and stuff like that. One piece is called Connect. The other piece is called SimNet. Okay, SimNet is for the Word applications, and Connect is for the lecture part of it. You're also going to need Office 2016, okay, the professional. Don't use the one within our email that doesn't work. Okay, first, there's 2 videos right after this slide that's going to show you how to do the 21-day free account. But don't put that off, please, please, please. I have students that put it off. I'm not restarting your test. If for some reason you wait 21 days, we have a test on the 22nd day, you can't log in because the bookstore doesn't have any more codes or it's closed, I'm not restarting that test. So I want everybody to get into SimNet Connect. Got to do each one separately, register separately. ASAP. Use the temporary 21-day code, but get in there that first week and buy the codes. It's very, very, very important. Don't purchase these codes online, because I've worked really hard with the publisher to get the price. I believe before tax it's like $128. If you were to buy it online, it would cost you way over $200. So don't go that route. It's not worth it. I basically got you a pretty good deal. And inside the Connect is your book as well as some testing software. And inside SimNet, which is all found in Canvas, you're going to see in the next 2 videos. You need to watch those 2 videos and how it works. SimNet is where we're going to do some we're going to do some projects in each application of Microsoft Office, as well as do our application tests in there too. Okay, so buy your codes, go to the closest bookstore. The codes are behind the counter, and away we go. Some of you will tend to like more certain browsers compared to others. Mac users usually use Safari or Firefox. PC users tend to gravitate to Internet Explorer and Google Chrome. But for this course, it's very important that you have Google Chrome. It's just everything runs better in it. You'll have less errors. If you're in SimNet running Firefox, that you can't click on certain things. So make sure you always use Chrome when you're doing this. Canvas runs better, believe it or not, in Google Chrome. But also here you'll see I have some links to check to make sure you have the latest Flash player as well as Shockwave. Okay, so test these things on your browser as you're watching this video. Make sure open it in Chrome. It always helps, because if that's what we're going to be in and you test to make sure you have Shockwave and Flash in Firefox and then open up in Chrome, you're still going to have problems. This is the biggest deal. We do need Office 2016 Professional, because if you're using 13 or 10 Office and upload something, SimNet will grade it incorrectly. But here's the nice thing. If you look at the link there, I have a link where you can buy Microsoft Office for $29.99. It was $39.99. It was $29.99 just recently, but they might have raised the price again because it was on sale. So click that and make sure, this is a huge one, make sure you use your school email address. That way they don't have to verify you, because if you use your school email address, it has an edu, and they say you're a student and you get it, and just download it right away. But if you use like your Yahoo or Gmail account, you got to send in this information and blah 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 blah. So when you're signing up, you click that link, you select Clovis Community College, you go in, you buy your Office 2016 Professional for the Mac or for the PC. Whatever you're going to use has to have access in it as well. And use your email when you're in there registering or buying the software on this link, this store.collegebuy.org. And that way you can download it within 10 hours. Okay, that's if they have to verify you. But I did it the other day for one of my son's computers, and I think in less than an hour, they already sent me the link. I downloaded it and installed it. you need to have a plan or a backup for your computer system. Happens every semester. Somebody's internet goes down. Somebody's computer breaks. Always have a backup. So like, let's say, can you borrow it from a friend? Can you go to the school? If your network is going crazy, you can go to the public library. You can go to another community college. You can go to your parents' house if you live out. If it's just not working right, I take it to a tech, get it done real quick. Okay, these are A, B, and C on this list are pretty big. I can't tell you, probably every semester 2 or 3 students run into a problem, and here's the problem: I don't restart the test. I don't think you're cheaters. I don't think you're bad people, but the deal is I drop my lowest quiz. If your computer decides to go haywire, you call me, go, but Nabors, it's not my fault. I still don't turn it back on for you. It's an online class. If I did that for everyone, there are some people that would take advantage of it. So I have to be consistent, meaning they would claim I got a bad score, so I'm taking it again. I want to say my computer went bad. Not everybody. There may be 1 or 2 people out of a class of 100. But I do have to stay consistent. Sorry, make sure everything's working, because once we get going, we're running. And if you have a problem, your network goes down, your computer blows up, you're still accountable for this class. Part 2 of communication is basically the same thing. I'm not going to restart the test, but what I want you to do is be proactive, okay? If you're taking a test and it's due Wednesday night, take it on a Monday. So if something happens, we can work through this, okay? I'm not saying I'm restarting it, but you know, in SimNet, you can take the application tests and the projects. You can do them over and over and over until you're happy, until the due date. So usually I'll schedule things, let's say, for a week and a half, 2 weeks. You can do those over and over up to 7 times. But if you decide to wait to the night of the night that the project's due, you're going to hit a wall. I guarantee it. Okay, your computer could crash or something can happen. There's nothing I can do or nothing you can do to help yourself. And so what we're trying to do is say, make sure you're going to help yourself by doing these tests and working in advance, not waiting till the last minute, the last hour before it's due. If you're on campus at the Clovis Community College, there's a gentleman named Paul Johnson. He basically controls or heads up most of the computers on that campus. You can hunt him out or go talk to people in the pit at the Clovis Community. That's the big computer area in the middle. You can use those computers. If you can't find the software you need, go ahead and ask for Paul or one of those gentlemen or females at the computer desk. Also at the Madeira Center, if you're having problems with a Madeira computer, you can go see or email James Davis. So these are the 2 people that I know of. At Reedley College, I believe it's Gary Sakaguchi, but I don't get many students from Reedley. Usually they're from Clovis Community or the Madeira Center.